Hi, I'm Rachel Allen. I help business owners take a big picture view of their marketing and their business. On the 29th of March, I hosted the event Marketing Conversations, and this is a recording of one of the marketing authorities I called in to help you. Enjoy.
Our next speaker who's coming on board is Dorothy Krajewski. Now, Dorothy is she works with women primarily and women who are wanting to grow entrepreneurial businesses. So she helps them with a lot of website, a lot of social media. She can help you pull together marketing campaigns and help you implement them. Today, she's going to be chatting to us about authenticity in your marketing. And I love the word authenticity, and it's becoming more and more important that when we're out there marketing and selling our business and our products and services, that we're not just selling our thing, that we're actually connected with our business as well. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what Dorothy has to say to us today. So good morning, Dorothy.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to hearing what I have to say too. No, I'm hoping we have more of a back and forth, more of a chat situation than me just spouting forth. I do have some slides. There's not that much content there, so I'm really keen to hear from you, and I'll be checking the chat as we go. So please feel free to jump in with questions and comments, because I know that being authentic can be a tricky issue for some. So I'm going to just switch over to my slides and start sharing my screen if I can figure out how. Oh, here we go. Yay! Can you all see that? Hopefully you can say, okay, now I can see my chat. So Rachel, you can keep an eye on the chat for me. So authentic marketing, basically what I always say, and this is not something that I've come up with. We've heard coaches talk to us about being authentic in our business all the time. And I heard this from somebody, I don't know who, that you are your business. And then I went to a training session with somebody else once, and they said, well, you are the CEO of your business. And yes, you are, but I also think that for micropreneurs, for those of us who are solopreneurs, who are just us in our business, we are our business. So the person we are is going to be the person that shows up as the face of the business. So, and there needs to be a match between what the business is and who we are, and vice versa. So let's see if this, come on, slideshow. Works. Oh, here we go. So what does authentic mean? I did look it up in the dictionary, and it does says that it means genuine. What does genuine mean? I mean, we could go on and on. I guess it means original. I mean, to me, it means being yourself, being your true self. It means not putting on a face or a persona. And I know that this is something I struggled with when I first began my own business, is that I thought I had to be somebody I wasn't, this business person, rather than just me, Dorothy. And that didn't really gel for me. So this is the thing we don't want to do. We don't want to put on a separate face for when we're talking about our business or doing our business, to when we're just being ourselves at home or with our friends. It also means speaking from your heart when you're talking about your business, and using your own language and expression rather than a separate business voice. And this is something, again, that I still have to struggle with at times when I'm writing content for my website. Is often I think I have to have this special business voice rather than just have the personal Dorothy voice speaking about business type issues. So for me, being authentic means dropping that facade, that business voice, and just speaking from the heart and using my own expression, my own voice. And I'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. And finally, it means not hiding your true self, because if you fake it, other people won't trust you. And we'll talk about that more later. Oh, here comes my cat. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Get out of here. All right. So why should you be authentic? Mostly because it means it'll help you be successful in business, because people will spot a fake miles away. They will know when you're not being authentic, and they won't trust you. And if you are being true to yourself, if you're being authentic, people, it therefore means that people will trust you. And we all know that people will only buy from you once they trust you. It's that whole cycle of get people knowing, liking, and trusting you. So being authentic means that people will actually trust you. And I have a story of a coach that I used to listen to a fair bit, who she said that she was a sweary type, so she swore like a trooper. She was covered, she had her arms and her whole body covered in tats. And she thought she had to be somebody else when she was out speaking on the stage. So what she would do when she was out speaking, she would cover her tats in a business shirt. She would dress up, in business attire. She would stop the swearing, and she was wondering why she couldn't get people to convert, to actually come and buy her service. And it was because she was covering up who she was. So, and it was only once she uncovered the tats, she showed people who she really was, and began speaking like she was meant to be speaking, that she began selling her products, her coaching services. So if you're being, and the reason we need to be authentic is because we are unique, so we need to show it. Otherwise we're going to be just like everybody else, putting on a face, and we won't stand out from the crowd. And the only reason we are going to stand out is because of our own uniqueness. And it will also help us find our true tribe. And the one thing that often comes up when I hear people talk about authenticity is that, oh, what if people don't like me? What if I show my true colors and people don't like me? And you know what? It's okay if people don't like you, because not everyone's going to like you all of the time, and that's okay. Because being authentic also creates an ejector seat for people who are not your tribe. So they're going to immediately be repelled by you. They're going to say bye-bye. And you don't want them, because you don't want to be working your butt off trying to sell to people who are not your tribe. You want those who are your tribe, and that's how you're going to attract them. And finally, the reason you should do it is because being someone else, putting on a face, is exhausting. So if you have to be someone else to run your business and for your business to succeed, you're going to burn out. It might take a year, it might take 10 years, but you will. You simply, if you're not loving what you're doing, if you're not being yourself in that business, you are going to burn out. So you might as well just be yourself. Okay, what stops us from being authentic? I think we often think that we have to be this specific someone to be in business. We think, like I did, and I still have moments of this, that I think I have to be this persona of a business coach, and therefore, I can't be just me. But in fact, I don't. I think at other times we panic, especially if we're in public and we have to talk about our business, say at a networking event. So we suddenly put on this voice and we become like a robot, and we start to repeat what everybody else says, and we start sounding like everybody else. And the third reason is because we think we're not good enough to be in business, or as ourselves, that we don't think that we're good enough as we are, or to be successful. So we think we have to put on airs and graces and different faces to be successful. So we stop being who we truly are, being authentic. Now, how do you do it? Now, I taught this to people when I talk to them about blogging, particularly in business, and this is something I need to remember as well. So what I tell them is, when you're blogging for business, blog as if you were talking to your best friend about something you're passionate about. And I think this is true for every time we're doing marketing. Whether you're talking, whether you're writing, always pretend you're talking to your best friend about something that you're really passionate about, because that's how you're gonna show through your true self. Otherwise, it's going to be a diluted form of yourself. Acknowledge the way that you stand out instead of trying to fit in. And I think so many of us try to be like everyone else. And this goes on to my third point, is that don't fall for formulas. I see so many people trying to sell formulas for how to do the elevator pitch. There's all these X's and Y's and Z's in that formula. There's formulas for how to write an about page. And I've gone to networking events where people have been taught how to do an elevator pitch, and they all sound the same. So you go to these events and you meet person after person after person who tells you exactly the same formula for what they do in their business, and there's absolutely no passion in their voice, there's no interest in their voice, and you just think, oh my God, this is so boring. Why the hell would I ever want to do business with this person? They don't show any interest in their business. Why should I? And often people are so focused on talking about their business, on doing the elevator pitch just right, that they forget to ask and be interested in your business. So their marketing already is off kilter. And the same goes for about pages. Write them as if you were talking to your best friend about what is it that you do, who are you, how do you help your clients. Don't necessarily follow a formula, because you will sound like everybody else. And again, I said this before, use your own language and expression. Don't try and put on a specific business voice or another kind of voice, but just use your own voice. And, I would encourage people to read back, for example, when you're writing your website, read back what you've written. And think to somebody and think about how you sound. Do you sound like you're talking to your best friend, or do you sound like a robot? That's a really good test for whether you're being authentic in your business. Also, when you're talking about your business, sound interested in it. So, and I mean, this goes particularly for networking. I said, stay away from elevator pitch formulas and just sound interested in what you do, because hopefully you're in business because you're passionate about the thing that you're doing. And if you're not, then maybe you need to fake it. And I'm saying be authentic, but if you're not passionate about your business, maybe you need to be in a different business, find something else you do. Or, I don't know, maybe you can fake that passion, because if you're not interested in your business, nobody else around you is going to be either. Now, my next point, and this is something I noticed recently at a business event for women, and I don't know whether this is just women who are guilty of this, but women were talking about their business as this my little business on the side, as this my little thing that I was doing over here, and immediately it minified their business. And this is a word I didn't invent. That's an actual word, minify, that's used in coding. and I immediately thought, come on, I know you better than this. I know how much you love what you do. I know how passionate you are about that particular business. So why are you just not even wanting to talk about what you do? What's happening? What's happening for you right now that you don't want to tell us about what you do? So don't do this. Be passionate. Don't sell yourself short. You are really good at what you do. You have expertise in the thing that you're doing. So just talk about that. Be interested, be passionate, and don't sell yourself short. And finally, believe in yourself and your business. Be really confident. No matter what you're doing, whether you're selling breastfeeding, lactation cookies, whether you're a tutor like Christine, whether you're a marketer like Rachel, just believe in yourself and back yourself and be confident, because I know we all have moments when we suffer from imposter syndrome, but we just have to keep doing what we're doing, because at any given time, we are providing a service to a client and we know more than that particular client. That's why they're buying our service. So there are always going to be people who know more, who have a broader range of skills than we do. But at that particular moment, we are actually providing a valued service to our clients. So believe in yourself. And I've touched on this already. When do you do it? In all your content. All your marketing is basically every time you speak about your business and about yourself, whether it's written or spoken content. So on your website, on your blog, in every email you write, and in your videos and podcasts, as we've heard before. Any content you create, be authentic, be as you would be in a day-to-day life, rather than be this business person. Whenever you speak to your clients or your potential clients, and when networking or presenting. So if you're out there representing your business, just be authentic, be yourself. Don't think you have to be someone else, that you have to put on a face. And that's all I really had to say. So I really wanted to talk to you about what you think. What's stopping you from being authentic? Now, I don't have an offer, but I do have a special half an hour getting to know you session if you'd like to work with me as a business coach, which I'll send a link to Rachel. But if you want to connect with me, here are my links. But I want to go and look at my chat if I can find it.
There's no questions in there, Dorothy, but I think that the thing that I've picked up on is that when you're authentic about your business and you're really connected in with your business and you understand about yourself, and you also understand what you want out of your business, I suppose, and your clients. And so there's this big, really deep understanding about it, and then you can connect authentically with it. And when you're not connected with your business, it shows. Like when you're talking, networking on your website, whatever, it really does show that you're not connected to your business. And I think that that's one of the most important things, is if you stay passionate about your business, then you really are, and you can be authentic.
And I've got to tell you that I've noticed it even in myself when I was at a networking event a few weeks back, and I feel like I found my groove this year with rebranding myself. And I was just talking really passionately about helping people outsource and stop being so afraid of outsourcing, and teaching them how to outsource. And as you mentioned, I predominantly work with women, and there was a guy standing there as I was, spouting forth this passionately about outsourcing and how I teach people how to outsource and about the trust required to outsource. And he said, "Oh, I think I might have a need for you, Dorothy." And I'm going, "What? I've been meeting you for a year at this networking event, and I haven't been able to connect with you or get through to you that you might need my services." And suddenly he was interested in hiring me. So I thought, it really works. As soon as you stop using any kind of formula or not being, and believing in your business, believing in what you do, the results come through.
Yeah, and once you make that connection, everything changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Carol really enjoyed your presentation. She'd love to connect with you. I will send out the link that Dorothy will send through so that you can connect with her and have a session to chat about your business. And Christine agrees, make our business a connection to our own selves and lives. Thanks, Dorothy. This has been a refreshing segment. So that's
I have to be refreshing. I don't like to just be like everybody else, including cats.
That's boring. That's boring. And look, you touched a little bit on outsourcing, and I know that's another part of your business that you help people with outsourcing. And Carol mentioned before that it's all this information, and it's like it will become overwhelming, and you can almost work full time in your business just doing the marketing. But that's when outsourcing comes into it, and there's people like Dorothy who you can outsource little bits and pieces to get the work done. But first of all, you need to be able to direct them, and you need to make sure that all the jigsaw is connected together, so that you can then say to Dorothy, "I need my social media help with, or I need website help with, or I need whatever it is that Dorothy can help you with." And I know she can help with lots of different bits, but those bits have to be part of that bigger plan as well.
And I think you need to be very clear about what's stopping you from outsourcing, including what your fears are around it. And this is what I work with people on. And there's a free opt-in on my website if you're interested in this part of my work. And this series of emails, a challenge, a 5-day challenge, helps you identify what fears you might have around outsourcing and how to overcome those fears. And I think the major fear that I've found amongst people is the lack of control. Once you outsource, or even before you outsource, now, am I going to lose control of the thing I'm suddenly outsourcing to people? And I've certainly found that with my clients. But the way to overcome it, and Rachel and I are in agreement about this, is to document your processes. So if you're outsourcing blog posting, document how you like it done. If you're really specific in how you like it done, document it. Mm-hmm. If you're really specific in how you like your social media done, document it. Because then handing it over is so much easier. Mm-hmm. And then you know that it's going to be done just the way you like it. If you don't have that, of course you're going to be scared. I would be too.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for joining us
today.
And I know when you join us in the Marketing Accelerator program, you're going to be talking a lot about websites. And
that's right, just for something different.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what you talked about today around that authentic marketing, your website needs to be a really good representation of you and your business and what you stand for, what your messaging is. So, there's certainly a lot of authenticity in how you show up on the website as well. So that will be a very rich discussion in the program.
It will be.
So thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
The importance of planning out your marketing is underrated, especially for business owners who are busy in their business and juggling life too. Taking some time now to organise your thinking and look big picture at your business will see you have success. I'm hosting a Marketing Accelerator program which begins on April 16 and will run for 12 weeks. At the end of the program, you will have a strategic marketing plan which is authentic, savvy, and dynamic. A plan that you can implement yourself or outsource to others to implement for you. We're taking our final enrolments at the moment. There are no application forms, just a call with me. How easy is that? I want to make sure that the business owners who are in the program are ready and hungry to take their business to the next level, and you will be surprised at how affordable it is. There is no one size fits all when it comes to your marketing. I don't give you a template. I do guide you with a model, however. A model we have used in visionary marketing for many years, helping many businesses. A model that is tried and tested and customizable to your business. I talk more about this model in the bonus recording at the end of this series, so make sure you stick around to listen to that. During the program, I'll dish you up a juicy email full of my knowledge. I'll serve you an authority on that area, and then you can participate in a brainstorming session. So put me to the test to refine everything you've heard and read and apply it to your business. Nothing is recorded. It is all live. And did I mention it's affordable? Other programs like this start at $3,000 and can go up to $12,000. Not us. It's just $797. And if you book today, a call with me today, you will get the bonus that's on your screen. I also have payment plans in place to make it easy and accessible to everyone. I can't wait to talk to you more about the Accelerator program. Bye for now.